It's another episode of Old School Movements. Again, we're here to give you the old school stuff that we love giving you in the 80s and 90s. We're going to creep to 90s sometime soon, aren't we?
Start venturing in that way.
Venturing that way.
We've still got loads more 80s stuff to go through though.
There is.
But we're sneaking to maybe the 90s now and then.
There's an array. So today's episode, man, it's things that you don't see anymore.
It's going to be random.
It's going to be so random, but there's so much to go through. Like, we can talk about the obvious things like Ford Cortinas and Spectrum Sinclairs and stuff because they're odd because people won't be driving them and using them as computers anymore. So it's obviously not going to see them. But things that like you see every day that just ain't use no more. Do you know what I mean?
Anymore.
Things that you just don't see that can still be in use. Some of them, but some of them were so embedded in your childhood that it was hard to see them disappear. It's like, this will never go.
You might not notice they disappeared until you remember them now, but yeah, at the time, it was as if them things were always going to be about.
Yeah.
And you took things for granted, like, these are never phased out, or these never get replaced.
Just disappeared like Thanos clicked his fingers. So, let's start, man. And my first one, like, things you don't see anymore is goldfish at fun fairs. Now,
animal cruelty, isn't it?
It's got to be down to that.
It's got to be down to that.
But every fun fair that come to your town had a couple of stalls that, and you were bound to win one. 9 times out of 10, I would end up going home with a goldfish, all the time.
Is that your phone? We're meant to be in the 80s, and a new school phone went off, man. I just heard bing bing, bread is bread. So goldfish fun fairs. You've animal cruelty, that must be the reason why, isn't it?
Must be that. It can't be anything else.
But people say...
I used to like winning the goldfish.
Yeah, I used to like it. I used to like winning the goldfish.
Then you'll be lumbered like... But did they give you the...
lumbered with the goldfish?
Yeah, but did they give you the... I know you used to get a little round tank, didn't you, with a plastic blue or orange lid?
Yeah.
Did they give you that, or did you have to fork out a fiver or something for it? I can't remember.
Did they?
I think
did they give you gravel?
I think it was all in there, but I think you had to buy that extra. If you won the fish, you could have
seeing those little plastic with the blue, orange,
and they would have a bag of gravel
yellow.
in it.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, after you won it, it's either you got to take it and go and put it in your sink at home, or you've got to fork out a fiver or a tenner to buy the tank to go with it. But I used to like it, and them goldfish, they'd last years.
Mine didn't.
Oh, my ones did. Whenever I got one for free, it would never die, man. It would just carry on going and going.
Highlander fish.
Yeah, they grow big.
My fish went early. I remember I had a goldfish from a fun fair, and I got that little tank and gravel, whatever, and it died early. Most goldfish died from overfeeding.
Yeah,
remember that was the biggest problem, isn't it?
Overfeeding
the fish. But my problem with that is, when they're full, just stop eating.
But they haven't got a memory, so they forget that they've eaten.
Exactly.
I think, and they just carry on eating and eating.
I get that. But at the same time, doesn't that contradict the fact that having a goldfish in the bag is cruelty to them? But they don't remember. It's a big bag then, isn't it? If they're hanging up in the fun fair, they're not thinking, I'm stuck in this bag.
They ain't going to remember what they had previous to that.
If they don't remember what they're eating,
like, this is home, the bag. This is home.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I had a goldfish and it died early. I think feeding it too much. And do you remember those sweets? I don't think we've mentioned these sweets when we were little in our previous podcast. But you remember the sweets? It was like a coffin with bones in it. Yes. And they were sweet bones.
Little plastic coffin.
The kind of coffin size that would fit a goldfish.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they were.
Yeah, and I had a funeral for the goldfish. I had Pet Cemetery. I buried the goldfish in my back garden.
In one of those
sweet coffins.
The bone sweets.
I think you came to the funeral, Chris.
I might have done it.
I think you came to the funeral and we used to lollipop sticks as the cross and put it in the... Mate, you have to respect the goldfish, man. But who remembers what year they disappeared from fun fairs? Again, like Thanos clicked his fingers and they were just there.
They just gone. You went to a fun fair?
Sorry?
When was the last time you went to a fun fair?
I've been to fun
fairs.
I've been
in the last few years. They've been replaced by cuddly toys now. Everything's cuddly toys, isn't it?
Or
budget Spider-Mans or budget toys.
Something plastic.
Yeah. But I used to like the goldfish at the fun fairs.
Goldfish, man. They must have went in like the early noughties at least, right?
Yeah. Talking about if you were at a fun fair, you'd be in a park. Back in the days, in a park, you'd always see white dog shit.
Always.
Like,
Always.
That's gone missing.
That's gone. White dog shit.
I don't know where
was
that's
a big
gone.
thing in the 80s. Do
You
you know
could
why?
use it as chalk and stuff like on the pavement.
Because you have to pick it up.
What?
Chalk? Who would use chalk?
I know kids that
Look,
did.
miss, look what I bought for you to use on the blackboard today.
Like in that Mary Poppins scene when he's done that chalk drawing. That's all drawn with white dog shit.
White dog shit, man.
That's got to be down to people not feeding dogs bones anymore. Is the obvious.
No,
guess.
it's just that it gone stale, and that's
people
why you have got to
pick
pick
it
it
up
up
now,
now. If you
Is
just
it?
left it,
It goes white.
it just goes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I assume.
I'm not
Yeah,
a
I assume as
connoisseur
well.
on dog shit. to be
Yeah,
honest with
yeah.
you,
I'm
but-
not an expert.
No,
But-
I think it is because back in sort of them days, a lot of people would feed dogs bones, or they'd go to the butchers.
I mean, them days you go like we're ancient.
We're
feed
going
dogs-
back what?
We're going back to the 80s.
Yeah.
Like,
30, 35,
what? Don't dogs
40.
eat bones no more?
But no, how many? I haven't got a dog, but I don't know anyone now who buys dogs
Yeah.
bones. But you know, people would purposefully go to the butchers to get a dog a bone.
Give a dog a bone.
I don't think that happens no more. So I presumed it was the calcium from the bone that made the feces look white. I don't know. I didn't think they could go off and turn white. But I don't know.
Anyone knows? If anyone out there
knows.
knows?
Anyone's got a dog out there, does it still do white shits?
Yeah, does it?
Why? Why does it?
White shit. Yeah, white dog shit. You don't see it, but you see it all the time, man. All the time. Along with wood lice.
Wood lice.
Do you remember seeing wood lice all the time when you were little?
Don't see them as often now.
I ain't seen one since the 80s.
Them little grey little things.
Them
innit?
grey
The
fast things.
Armadillo looking.
Yeah, mini armadillo.
You used to find them a lot.
Under rocks and that.
Under rocks.
Well, you
Is it
don't go
'cause we
digging
don't-
under
I
rocks
don't
anymore.
go-
Is
innit?
it because we don't go out and go digging under rocks? anymore?
But there's a collective of these insects you don't see, and that's like stag beetles.
Stag
I haven't seen a
beetles,
stag
they
beetle
have
for
gone missing a bit.
A long
Stag
time.
beetles, wood lice, earwigs.
Earwigs, the little them little weird ones.
Them things that hang off trees.
Did you ever used to see like the?
Remember
Oh,
things
what,
that
you mean those
hang
little
off
worms?
trees? Yeah.
Were they silkworms? What were they?
I don't know what they were. They were like little leeches, didn't they? Them things.
They just
like a
hang
little-
off trees. I don't know
like
what
a
they-
little worm
a little
thing.
Yeah.
brownie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what they were.
There's these certain things, isn't
Yeah.
it? That
Maybe just not looking for them. They're still there, but maybe you don't see them. But like, the stag beetles I used to see often in the autumn flying around, but now I don't see them.
don't see
They
them.
used to freak me out. I'm
They
glad,
were-
I'm
yeah.
glad I don't see them.
Yeah.
They were armoured.
They
man.
must be one
were
of the biggest insects that we got in this country.
Yeah.
Man. And yeah, them things are evil.
like little rhinos
They could do
in
some
armour.
damage, man.
Yeah. They were brutal. Them things. You know?
Yeah, they're
They
too
mess
scary
around.
looking.
They mess around that insect zone, but the insects that still always want to come and bother you are bees, spiders, and
Yeah.
flies.
Still plentiful.
Yeah,
Loads of them.
no matter what decade you're in, you're always going to
Yeah.
bump
Always good
into
to see
them.
them, but we need them, innit? Apparently, if we ain't got bees and wasps and whatever, the things
Yeah.
things don't happen anymore.
It's to say
Nothing grows anymore.
no more honey and
No,
no more webs catching your head.
no.
Webs catching your head. That still happens though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Walking up
too
a garden
often for
path.
my liking.
Yeah.
If you're the first one out of the house in the morning, you normally walk into
Yeah.
a web.
There you go.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
That's madness, man. But along with racism on walls.
That's a good thing, though, right?
Is it? That's
It's
a good thing.
that
Of
we
course
actually
that's
see
a
that
good
It's
thing.
a good thing. Definitely.
But
a
I
good
remember
thing.
you seeing NF,
everywhere.
everywhere.
blacks out.
In London, Irish, blacks, dogs, and
Yeah.
Irish. What was that about?
Yeah. Just
I was
like
shocked when I first saw that on someone's gate or
Yeah.
door. I was like, what's that about?
craziness, but
Madness.
but
Yeah, I'm
but
glad you don't.
public graffiti
Yeah.
of madness.
It's good you don't see that. And you used to have the little one with the nose over the wall.
Chad,
Yeah.
Chad.
Yeah.
Chad going over the wall, man.
What no Chad?
What
Which-
no Chad? What was who's that?
That
Who
was
that?
that was originally
That Banksy's granddad or something.
it's almost was. I think it was an American thing at first, and it was called Kilroy. What no Kilroy or something. It
Okay.
was called. Oh no, Kilroy was here is what it originally was, and it dates back to Second World War. American GIs writing it for some reason. I can't remember why though. But then the English during the Second World War took it up as well as it when things started getting rationed. So it was like
Right.
what no spam,
Beans,
what no
yeah,
beans,
yeah,
whatever.
okay,
And that's
no
where it come
bother.
from. And then by our generation, it had just turned to
What
Chad,
no.
what no Chad or something,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Or Chad
and it was
here.
WOT, wasn't it?
Yeah.
WO2 ERE
Yeah.
Chad, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so that was common to see. Most towns you'd see that.
Yeah, in toilets as well.
Toilets,
like
yeah.
Public
Yeah.
toilets
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. You see the Chad thing and all that.
Actually, that's saying that public toilets are well clean compared to what they were now back in them
Yeah.
days. The graffiti back in them days, not
Yeah.
even graffiti, just
Just
written, scrawling on the
Yeah.
walls. There was loads of stuff. You don't
True.
see that anymore,
don't
do
see
you?
that anymore.
Ah.
Don't see that anymore. You don't also see quality graffiti pieces on trains.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Well,
I missed that. I missed seeing a nice graffiti piece on the train.
Yeah, colourful, all different
Yeah.
colours and.
they
that I
look
miss
good,
a
like the
lot.
American subway train. But see, one of my mates is a good graffiti artist, and I know it still goes on. It's just that
In London.
in Europe's massive. England not as much no more.
Yeah.
Europe
Yeah,
is
Europe's got a
massive.
lot.
If
Yeah, I
you're
can
doing
imagine
if you're doing trains, you're up there. But I think in London, the transport, they're just on it. They clean it straight
Yeah.
away. You don't get chance to have your piece shown for more
Yeah.
than an hour before it's cleaned off, I think.
Yeah, no, you probably
So
got.
it does go on, but yeah, obviously security I think must be tighter on tubes these days.
probably
as well,
got a
what it
point
was.
there.
But yeah, I used to like that.
Yeah.
Seeing tubes of graffiti.
Good trains, man. And do you remember the Rag and Bone Men?
Oh yeah.
You used to hear the.
Yeah. God
I
knows
used
what
to
they
run
used to
down
shout
window
out.
to see the horse. Man.
Exactly. That was a thing to see a horse.
See a horse
Yeah.
coming
There's a
down your
horse
road.
walking on my road.
Yeah, exactly.
Carrying a cart with a bloke on it, shouting. God knows what he's saying.
Arrow!
Like, what is he saying?
Yeah,
I used to, what he used to collect just junk.
Just
Yeah.
jump, Rag
Just-
and
It was
Bone.
like, it was like a charity shop on wheels, basically.
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah. That's
I
probably
think
where
that
all the
should come
bones for the
back.
dogs went. The Rag and Bone
it?
Man
Rag and
took them
Bone
all.
Man used to take your rags and your bones.
Yeah,
It could be.
the dogs didn't
Could
have
be.
white dog shit.
Talking of
anymore.
Rag
They
and
took all
Bone
their
Men.
bones.
I also remember from our road we had the coal man. Used to come. So we used to have a coal boiler instead of electric boiler. We had to stoke it with coal, whatever. But yeah, we used to have a coal delivery, same horse and cart,
Yeah.
but black sacks on it. And we
So,
had a-
some listeners are thinking, how old are these dudes?
Yeah,
It's
innit?
horse
I
and
think
cart.
I don't remember seeing the
Coal.
coal man, but I
This is
definitely
only the
remember
80s,
Rag and
man.
Bone
But
Yeah.
still, yeah, we had
Yeah.
a coal boiler. We had a coal room, like built on into the garden, and that's where we stored the coal. So the coal man would come and fill it up. And then we also had obviously a milkman, which you don't see many.
Don't see
anymore.
milkmen.
Yeah,
But we had a
sure.
pop man as well. I remember him coming around.
Hi guys, I'm
just
going to
with-
sing you a pop song.
Just like with Cresta.
Cresta, yeah.
Remember Cresta smooth,
Yeah.
or that sort of cream sodas.
Yeah,
Cresta
yeah,
soda.
yeah.
But we had a van that used to come exactly like a milk float, but he just used to
Yeah.
deliver them.
Along with the video van man.
Video van man. I was gonna.
The Friday
I was
video
gonna mention
van
it
man.
later.
You remember the Friday video van man? He would come with top titles and
Yeah.
pirates
Yeah.
and porn.
With a lift up, yeah, he'd have a lift up section in his boot of his van.
Yeah, an
He'd lift the
extension
floor up,
of his Fiesta
and there would be the
or his
pirates
van,
and the adult
and
ones.
just show you, like to the kids. Yeah, I've got Robin Hood. I got Pinocchio. You know, to the dads, I got porn. I got this. I got that. To the mums, I got Officer and Gentleman. I got. Mate, he had
He had
selection.
some wicked ones. I was
And-
going to talk about some shops later, and I was
Yeah,
going
we'll get to them shops,
I was
man.
going to include that in that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
because the video,
mobile video
the
man
video
was
van
wicked.
man would come on a Friday around from between 5 and 7,
He'd tell you what day he's about.
tell you
and
what
he'd say,
days
"Come
about
to my house, come to my
and
house."
give you deals like and come and
We'll be
then
back next week.
you all meet him and give him back his videos. Like that was the
That
trust.
was a trust.
I don't
yeah.
think they even had your address.
Nah.
If you had the cash and just gave him
Yeah.
£3 for free videos, whatever.
He would
you'd
tra-
meet
I'm
him,
sure he
yeah,
would track
you'd
you
meet
down,
him again
though.
on Monday and give him back his films. Re-round.
Yeah, it had to be right.
He wouldn't like
they-
him if they weren't re-round. Was
Yeah,
you going to say
fine.
something?
They didn't come around our side of town.
Yeah.
Nah, we had to go to the corner shop. We had the videos, but no, we didn't have.
I made him come to my. Well, I lived not too far from me when I
Yeah.
lived in Chiswick, and I used to get him to come to my road
Yeah, but that
to
shop
tell him,
that
"Come
we
round."
went to, and you probably went to, the Video Key Club.
in
Where's
Acton.
that?
Near
On
Acton.
Acton
Acton
Lane.
Nah, the one. Remember the
Club.
dude we saw earlier
Yeah.
on the way here?
Yeah.
Him.
His
he
shop.
had videos,
Ah.
and he was just on Kingwood Road.
Okay.
So we'd go there, and he would give us videos.
Yeah, like convenience shops that had videos, but they didn't have good videos.
Nah.
And their
Nah,
videos were
this
expensive to rent.
Yeah, they were
Nah,
dearer
my
than
man was
the
on
Yeah.
video
point.
shop.
He had videos
Did he have
were
pirates?
well, he had a lot of horror films,
Yeah, horror. Yeah,
Yeah, they
which,
wouldn't have the
which he would let
pirates.
me have.
yeah. He did. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. 150.
There was no. there was-
£150 or £3.
Yeah.
I don't think out of all the video shops, we must have used half a dozen video shops back in the day.
Yeah.
And we could get 15s, 18s,
Yeah.
no matter what.
You tried.
They
They
didn't mind.
like video shops in the 80s were like how coffee shops are,
Yeah.
especially on our
Yeah.
on our
Yeah,
street.
yeah.
You had DER,
Yeah.
Radio Rentals.
We'll chat later about these as well.
Yeah, let's get to it now.
That's it, all right, yeah. There's some shops we
Yeah.
don't see.
DR, Radio Rentals,
Rumbelows.
Rumbelows didn't do videos though, did they?
Well, for those people that don't know DER and Radio Rentals, this was back in the days when video players sort of first started coming out.
VCRs.
Betamax or VHS, they started coming out, and your TVs have started getting better. Obviously, they were colour. You know, they were getting better as well, but they were so expensive. These two shops rented them to you.
That's
so
right.
Yeah.
You rented your video, and you, not like your video player, and you rented your TV.
That's
you
right.
could upgrade them in it every few years or whatever.
Yeah.
But you see, Rumbelows was the white goods, isn't it? So you rented
Yes.
your washing machine
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
and cookers. If
Yeah.
you couldn't afford them, you rented that
But
from
fridges
there.
and all
That's
that.
right.
from
That's
them.
right.
Top loading.
But if you wanted a
washing machine.
video
Yeah.
and a movie, it's DER and Radio Rentals, wasn't it? Or Southern Electric.
And again, they only
Southern
had
Electric.
they only had maybe 30 videos.
What,
They-
as in titles?
yeah,
It's true.
they didn't have many.
They didn't have
They
many.
would have the ones, normally the ones you wanted,
Yeah.
but they'd only have one copy of it. So if someone had it, I remember with DER, like they
Yeah.
always had the thing you want, but it was always out.
Yeah, you'd
They
go.
would have said, "Oh, someone's
yeah.
booked it," and then someone's booked
Yeah.
it. You'd have to come back in 3 days. You're
Yeah.
like, 3 days?
I remember.
I want to see it now.
They used to tease you, but you used to go there because they used to have the covers of the film.
Yeah.
So you'd see,
Yeah.
I don't know, Red Dawn, and go,
Yeah.
"Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow, it's here, yeah." Oh no, yeah. So, but they
Someone's
might be
got it.
back in about 2 hours.
Yeah,
if
you
you
can
want to
do
come
that.
back.
Yeah, you can come back.
It's mine. As soon as
Yeah.
it comes back, rewound. I want that, and I rewind it.
And when you say when you rented it, they gave you the covers, didn't they?
Yeah.
They gave it a
They
whole
gave you
cover,
the
and whereas
cover
everyone
of
else
the
would put
film.
it in their own covers.
Yeah.
And you couldn't-
so you
Remember
couldn't
them
copy it.
covers that
Yeah.
look like books, so
yeah,
like a
it
library.
looked like
that,
a book.
That
yeah.
cover.
when it was on your shelf, and
Yeah.
like a leather-bound
Leather
encyclopedia.
yeah, that rounded off cover. I remember Warner Brothers films always had that
That
rounded
rounded edge.
edge
spine.
Yeah, yeah.
The rounded
They were normally
spine.
like just sharp and squarey, but Warner Brothers ones always had
All
that
that
curve in it. But yeah, Radio
Yeah,
Rentals,
cassette boxes.
DER. If you wanted a sly movie, a sly like when you first buy your video, you rent your video from there because
Yeah.
like how you go to an optician's and you get
Yeah.
your eye test, they go, "Oh, check out the range of glasses." That was like that. You've bought your video now. Check out the range of videos you can watch on your video recorder.
From the 30
Yeah.
selection we've got
Here's
here.
the Betamax section. We got five
Five
films there. We got
Betamax.
Stir Crazy,
Poltergeist and
Water
Breakdance
Shit
1.
Down.
Crazy.
Yeah, you know. And over here we got Conan the Barbarian, Trading Places on VHS, and like, yeah, you'd grab a couple, but then you would hear that there's video shops around, like,
Yeah.
and remember you had to pay 50 quid to join.
To join, some of them
Yeah.
were 50 quid to join.
Videos
I remember that.
to
That
join.
was crazy.
50. Remember the one on Turnham Green?
Galaxy, Video Galaxy.
Oh my god,
They were
Video
good because the
Galaxy.
posters and the stuff they had, and they would, you could get them off. You said, I
You
want
could
that
ask
poster.
the lady,
and they would
yeah.
say, right,
Well, yeah,
you'll
when-
have it when we take it down.
Yeah, when the film stopped being
Oh
promoted.
yeah, they give you the
They give you the poster.
posters.
Yeah.
I remember I asked
They had
for
the wicked
every,
selection of
every
posters.
poster, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
We had some good
yeah,
ones
we got
back
to
in
know
the
them,
days.
innit? And it's
The
like,
original
yeah,
posters.
even like cardboard
Yeah,
cutout.
that's what I was.
Yeah, can I have the cardboard ones?
cutouts.
And like, she used to do us a deal on a Friday. If you took 4 films out, it was £5 or
Yeah.
something nuts, and
It
it was
was
a
4
deal.
for a five
And
or
like,
something.
so you'd get a
it'd be
selection:
£2
a
each.
cartoon, a horror, a sci-fi, a
An
slide
action or something.
porn
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something, like Emmanuel or something on the slide.
Risky business or something.
Yeah, satin. Yeah, mate.
Oh, my
They understand the
God.
porno, man. You get a couple of satin
Manual.
Wicked chair.
porkies.
Road
or
Runner,
something.
softest. Softest core.
They didn't have hardcore. They didn't have cores to the cores.
They
that
did,
day.
but they were triple X.
Yeah, they were
remember?
triple X. They were high and neck with the snaps. If you looked high,
You couldn't reach it. You couldn't
So
reach
it was just a
You had to ask the
level.
woman to get it down for you.
yeah,
You
it was.
couldn't do
Yeah, get up the step ladder and get that step ladder movies, man.
that. Nice breather.
That's step ladder porn, man. Yeah, exactly. Double. Yeah, Confessions of a. But yeah, you had these tight, and I loved when you went to a video shop when they had the sections. It was like when you'd go into the horror section, it was like a ghost train. Because everywhere you looked, you left and right, you see like Miracle from London, Extra, zombie flesh eaters. You're like, oh my god, look at these front. I spit on your grave. You'd be like, I want to get out of this bit.
Where no one went in there often, there would be cobwebs and stuff.
Yeah.
As well around. Like, this is
I
the
don't want
horror
this
section.
See two caterpillar going through two. See a scorpion looking at you there. But you had all these when you go, oh, I want to go to the to the cartoon section, then it feel all light again and all Rupert the Bear and Care Bears. Oh yeah, I'm back where it's all peaceful again. That horror zone was dark and gloomy.
It's a
And then you see
As
like,
a kid, definitely.
yeah, as a kid, man, that
Definitely. There's
messed
too
you
many.
up.
There's too many messed
Too
up
many
front
faces
covers.
looking at
There
you.
was front
Yeah.
covers you couldn't touch.
Yeah, it's front
Couldn't
covers.
touch.
that just-
You looked at it like, I ain't touching
I ain't
that.
touching that.
I ain't touching that
I might
cover,
get the
man.
vibe. I might turn.
Someone's gonna drag me into it.
Yeah,
It's
the
like-
demon from Exorcist might go into me. I don't want to talk like that and spin my head and be sick. But you went into these. But when you saw the latest films out, and they were all together, like the latest porn or the
yeah.
latest cartoon or
No
latest
matter what,
film,
what
the latest,
genre,
as long
they
as it
were
was the
together,
latest,
'cause they were the latest.
They were just all together, and they were like £2, or sometimes £2.50, like a level.
Yeah.
I remember when Rocky IV came out, £2.50.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, can I afford that? Can I afford to pay
Yeah.
£2.50? Because I can get these
I can
two
get
for
two
£1.50.
cartoons
I can
and
get
an
two
action
for
for-
£3.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know? Do I really need to hear "In the Burning Heart" again? I can wait. Do you know what I mean? But video shops. Video shops.
This is time before Blockbuster. Blockbuster
Time
weren't even
before
about. Blockbuster weren't
Blockbusters.
even about. These are independent
Because
little video shops.
Blockbusters was a level where they had 10 of the same film.
Yeah.
You weren't that. Sometimes you'd go Blockbusters and the film weren't there.
And it weren't there.
Sometimes. But they had a minimum of 10
Yeah,
of a new
yeah.
title.
They tried changing it a bit with the like 24-hour drop-off box.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
move.
that was good as
Yeah.
well. If you didn't have time, so a lot of time you would
You know,
miss
video-
getting
Remember,
back.
I remember
Always.
getting in late and then looking
Yeah,
and they're
it's
pulling
not-
down the thing and you have to pay an
You have to
extra
pay an extra day,
$1.50.
an extra
And they're
day.
looking at you going, I'm sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
I've just turned the key,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not turning the key back to let. What?
Yeah.
You can see me. You
That's
can
an
see the film.
that's an
I
extra
rewound it.
150.
You can see it. No, come back tomorrow and give me 150.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's messed up.
Blockbuster did
up.
try and change it a bit like that, and they started bringing in like you can buy your popcorn in there while you're
Yeah.
buying this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and-
nice popcorn as
Yeah,
well.
they're
man.
good
your-
popcorn.
and your
they started
Rebels.
rented games and
Yeah.
stuff. So I
Yeah,
like them
yeah.
a
When
bit.
they got to the level,
Yeah.
when's DVD and Blu-ray and all that come in zone, then it's like you can watch it on VHS, Blu-ray,
got a
all
selection.
DVD, and there's games, and you can buy some,
Blockbuster
Yeah.
were good.
and there's snacks. And
Yes.
Blockbuster nights was a
It's a
sly
shame
event,
it
wasn't
ain't-
it? It's
it
a
ain't
sly
done no
event.
more,
It
yeah,
was.
it's a shame it ain't a
Yeah.
thing.
What I
no
liked
more.
about it is that Pizza Hut was next door.
They were always
goody,
near a
goody
Pizza
gosh.
Hut as well.
Yeah.
I've noticed
They
that they
were.
would always near a restaurant. a
Yeah,
pizza
and
Hut.
Pick
that
up
was
the
good.
pizza.
Good marketing. That was
Yeah.
good. That was good.
They know
move.
the families are going out on the way home, grab a
On the way,
video,
grab a
or
video.
you're going out to get a video while we're out, we grab some food.
Yeah.
It was good. What I liked about the independents, though, which you didn't get with the bigger ones, which they, like you say, they come a lot later, but the independents often had arcade machines. That's another thing you don't see much no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're going to a bowling alley these days, I suppose.
Yes.
Chip shops don't have them anymore.
Chips don't have.
Chip shops don't have
Fairgrounds
them.
don't have. I ain't
Fairgrounds
seen
don't
an
have
arcade at a fairground in a while.
No. But again, that's a thing where you won't really need it because you got a PlayStation, you got
Yeah,
an
I
Xbox.
suppose your home entertainment,
Your home
got
entertainment.
better than what.
But I was still playing one of them things.
Same here,
Because
yeah.
as we went to unwind events, big
Yeah.
unwind events, big at the boys did, you
yeah,
know,
well, yeah.
just playing games, just standing up over a game and
It brings back
pushing
memories. Some of the
6
games that we
buttons
were
and-
looking at.
mate.
Bring back
Bring
enough
it
memories,
yeah,
man.
it's
From the
playing
80s,
10p.
80s arcade games.
Yeah, like as you said, chip shops and
Yeah.
video shops and news agents.
They were handy for that.
Handy for the
to have them
arcade
little arcade
machines.
arcade
But
games.
yeah, big up DER and Radio Rentals, man. I don't even know what DER stood for, but big them up.
Direct electronic rentals, I'm guessing. I'm not.
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
know.
it could be.
Sounds feasible, doesn't it?
It
Yeah.
could be. It could
Yeah.
be. So Radio Rentals, think about it. They must have started renting radios. They must have been going since
Probably.
the wireless, you know, when everyone
Probably.
needed a wireless to find out what
Yeah.
was going on in the world or whether
Yeah.
we were getting bombed at night. You had to have that
Yeah.
wireless. They
Yeah.
must have been going
They
back.
must have
They
been,
must have
yeah.
been going since the
Yeah.
radio, you know.
But the funny thing, I think when they went bust, a whole load of people just obviously kept the last
Kept-
load of things that they rented.
Got let off with it.
Shall we go, since we're here with like Radio Rentals and we're on the things you don't see anymore, should we go with movies then? Movies that just don't get talked about. Movies, again, I got the Thanos click and people just don't realise that they existed. Do you remember every holiday, whether it was Christmas, Easter, whatever, there were certain films that would come on. That would be like James Bond.
Yeah.
That would be like The King and I.
Yeah.
That would be like The Wizard of Oz. And do you remember Digby, the greatest dog in
that
the
big
world?
dog.
The massive dog.
I can only
The
remember
Dulux dog, let's call
Dulux
it.
dog, wasn't it? Yeah.
Massive dog.
I can only remember
British
one
film.
bit. where the bloke had to make out he ate the food or
The
something.
dog food,
The
yeah.
dog food,
There's a
remember that?
dog food bit I remember.
Yeah,
That's
he had to
all
make
I
out he
remember.
didn't have the dog, and someone was like, "Why have you got food then?" He's like, "Oh, because I like it," and he had to make out. I always remember, "Oh, that's nasty. Like, how can he eat that?"
But that film
Digby the
was
was a
every
massive
holiday.
Dog. Yeah, you don't see that
Digby,
anymore.
like, Digby the
What
dog.
happened to the big
You know,
old
that was the
Digby dog?
parallel. At night was Cujo the dog. Remember
Yeah.
the rabid dog,
Yeah,
Stephen King.
novel. Yeah.
Cujo.
Cujo the dog.
Do you remember that?
The rapid dog.
Cujo
yeah.
the dog and Christine the
Yeah,
car.
I remember Christine the car. I used to
Damn.
quite like that film.
But
Yeah, Digby the dog. I haven't seen that
Digby the
since
dog.
them days.
it doesn't get mentioned, doesn't come
No.
on. Like Lion, Rich and the Wardrobe cartoon, Digby the dog,
Yeah.
and Olympics. They were
Yeah.
all just holiday programs.
Yeah, they would be on often.
You know.
It's surprising I don't see that anymore.
Yeah. Along with horrors. There's a lot of horrors that came out in the 80s that just disappeared. Like
A few have been remade, but there is odd ones that were. Some of them weren't bad.
Yeah, weren't
some,
bad,
Some were
and-
crap, but some were all right. And
Like-
you just don't see them
like
anymore.
House.
I was thinking of House as well.
House was quite. I thought that was quite good.
House 1 and 2
that's
were
what I mean.
good. House 1's
House-
got one of the best looking zombies that.
the
I
cowboy one.
German soldier.
Yes, German
soldier
yes.
zombie. He looks wicked,
Yes,
isn't it? Like,
yes,
it,
yes.
It's on par with any Michael Jackson makeup
Yeah.
from Thriller. And the zombie
Probably was the
looks.
same makeups.
Probably,
But do
yeah.
you remember
It was
part
really
2
good.
with the cowboy and his horse was...
That was part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was part 2. The cowboy. I've forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember the cover was just a rotting hand. With a 2.
With video.
They
They
were
brought
quite
out
good.
loads of films,
Yeah.
that production company.
Entertainment in video, yeah.
man.
I remember
Like
that.
House, man. No one talks about... Do you guys remember a film called Deadly Friend? By Warner Brothers. It was a Wes Craven film. Wes Craven,
Yeah,
popular for
you
Nightmare on Elm
saying
Street
that,
films.
yeah.
And it was a teenage boy, and I think he met a girl and she was an android or something, and she was just pale or dead or something. She was dead, and
I
she
think
was
she was
brought back
dead.
to life. And they lived in a small town. There was the woman from the Goonies was the next door neighbor who kept on moaning about them playing basketball next to her yard or whatever. And the Deadly Friend girl
threw the ball
threw
at
the
her,
basketball
at
in her
her
head and
and
exploded.
Oh my god! Yeah, oh my, yeah! I've forgotten all about
Deadly
that too.
Friend.
I want to see that again.
Yeah, man, that film was chilling.
I've seen that once. That time I must have watched that with you.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've seen
That was one
it.
of the
I haven't
films we
seen
chose
it.
as our 5
Deadly
selection for the
Friend.
weekend. Deadly
Deadly
Friend,
Friend.
mate. No one talks about that film. No, it's like, again, Thanos was up to his tricks. It
Deadly
it
Friend.
doesn't exist no more.
I can only remember that bit. Yeah, like you said, it was a Wes Craven film, wasn't
It
it?
was Wes Craven. Staying on Wes Craven.
There was another one that I remember of his. I think it's what you're thinking. Shocker.
Shocker.
Remember Shocker?
Yes.
I can only remember the front cover.
Front cover of the man on the chair.
And the chair, yeah. And I remember it was
I
a
remember
crazy.
that front
He
cover.
was crazy in it. I remember it was a good film.
Shocker.
But that I could do with watching that again.
I haven't known
I've
that.
never seen it.
Yeah.
No, you don't see the amount of horror you see on
yeah.
TV. That's never been.
Like,
been
you've
repeated.
got a horror
True.
channel now.
It's
Yeah.
true,
And
all
don't
they show is Star
those-
Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen them show Star Trek and remake of Children of the Corn. Show the original.
Yeah,
Simon.
they should be killing it on that
They
channel,
should be
man.
literally.
They probably
They should be killing it.
like Nightmare on Elm Street. Everybody knows Freddy Krueger in that, but no one ever talks about the other episodes.
No.
I know they got corny, but
Up to 3 they got,
yeah,
all right?
2
1,
and
2
3 were right.
Yeah. Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors and I can't remember the second
Don't know
one.
what the second one
Freddy's
was.
Revenge.
Freddy's Revenge, of
Like,
course. Yeah. They were good.
Freddy's Revenge was the one. Do you remember at the beginning when they're all on the bus? Was this happening at the end or the beginning? They're all on the bus and Freddy's hand just busts out the girl's stomach.
Yeah.
And it just gets nuts. You know them horrors. A bit of technology in the background. You remember them horrors that used to make you jump?
Yeah,
In the
yeah,
80s,
yeah.
you would jump,
Yeah.
man. That's like,
Yeah.
like
The jump scenes were good.
and Freddy was the master
The
of
master
making
of
you
the
jump.
jump
Like his
scenes.
hand is popping
Yeah,
out.
I
Like when his
think
hand
that was
popped
the
out and pulled his
beginning,
mum, pulled the girl's
Through the
mum back in
window.
through that little
Little
arch window.
window at the
And
end
in
of
part
one.
one. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Yeah.
that was amazing.
After that, you knew that at the end of every one of them, there was going to be something nice happening.
Yeah.
And then it was going to go wrong.
Yeah.
It was going to be a big
Mate, and
jump
there was
scene.
a part in part
Classic.
2. I don't know if you lot remember when a pit bull or something or a bulldog came to attack the girl, but it's a bulldog with Freddy's face.
Freddy's face, yeah.
That just
What
freaked
about?
me out for days, mate. A bulldog with Freddy's face. If Freddy ain't bad enough, or a bulldog chasing you after you bad, they've combined it, Freddy and a bulldog.
Fred Dog.
Fred dog. A bullfred, mate.
But it's true, like you say, you don't see anything
yeah.
other than one these days. You might
Other than one.
maybe see the two. You don't.
You don't see.
You don't see it.
It's a completely different. As a new boy that moved into the neighbourhood. Remember, as a guy this
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
he lived
Nancy
in the
ran
house
in
that
it.
Nancy came
Came
back
in
for
three,
Dream Warriors.
For 3, yeah.
And Dream Warriors was like
good.
Dungeons and Dragons mixed with
That was good.
Diamond L Street.
Yeah.
They had all these kids with different powers.
Yeah.
But in Dreamland.
Dreamland, yeah.
Alright.
There was a
quite
magician, there was a strong man, and they all. I like that.
I like that as well.
I liked
it. It was good.
I like
But yeah, like you say, you don't see.
You don't see it.
him.
It's not on the horror channel.
No.
It's not on Sky Movies. It's not on. You just don't. They just don't want to talk about it. Another film that I like that was sly, and that people know, but people don't know is Troll.
I remember it, but I remember the front cover of it, but I just cannot
Do you
remember what
remember
the thing was
Trolls,
about.
Again, front cover.
was
I don't think
Troll.
I've seen it.
I think it was the same guy, Warwick Davis. I think he might have been Troll.
You reckon it might have been in that?
He might have been the Troll, but it was like a magical land, a magical land, and apparently the boy. This film was come out in 1986, and I don't remember the cast like the characters' names, but apparently there's a boy in it called Harry Potter.
I've heard that.
Yeah. And remember, this film was about mythical beasts and magic and stuff. So it's kind of like funny how a decade later,
A few years later, there's this popular character.
There's a popular book about
Interesting.
magical mythical beasts.
wizards and- yeah.
But anyway, that's just,
You never know, yeah.
that's just, yeah.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
Do you remember a film called Reanimator?
Yeah, I was going to mention
H.P.
that.
Lovecraft.
That was
I was gonna mention that.
Yeah.
Reanimator.
That was the liquid
injection.
thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
And the front
'Cause
cover was
I've
the
never
man.
seen. Yeah. The
About
glass,
to
almost
inject
looked like Psycho
the head
dude.
and the headless body
The headless-
behind him,
yeah.
like strangling him.
That I used to like that, but I've never seen that since. I've never seen
And
it.
do you know, yes, either that or Psycho is what Busta Rhymes sample for Give Me Some More.
Psycho.
It's Psycho, isn't it?
Psycho, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Reanimator, man.
Reanimator was another
Look,
one.
we could go on for ages about movies that you don't see anymore. But there's so many things you don't see anymore that we need to get through. Is there any more movies that you guys want to go
I
through?
can mention. Remember the Howling? Howling 1 and 2?
Oh, did they remake that?
I don't know. I haven't
It was
I don't
Fright Night
recall.
they remade.
Fright
wasn't
Night they remade. They've remade
Howling
most of
was
these
quite
now.
good. I
Obviously
like
now
the
with
Howling.
the Michael Myers, like that's been.
Yeah.
What was that? Halloween. That's had some
Halloween.
new things. But yeah, Howling I don't remember.
I don't think I like the Howling.
It weren't great.
Alright.
But it was
I
another
thought-
one.
I
The
remember
first one was
this
good.
messed up looking beasts.
Yeah, messed up looking werewolfy
Yeah,
beasts.
I like
Yeah.
the way they change.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
cool.
what I liked about
But
it as well.
there is a film that people don't remember. Well, that people don't talk about anymore. You don't see anymore on TV. It used to be on TV a lot. But I heard they're remaking it. Salem's Lot. You guys
Remember the
Salem's
film?
Lot?
Remember
David
the-
Another
Soul.
Stephen
Never
King.
watched it.
I think it's a
Salem's
Stephen
Lot.
King thing. But yes, David Soul. I remember
David
that.
Soul was in that.
It used to be. It was freaky. There was something about it. It
There was
a
a
bit
bit
weird.
when a kid was in his bedroom and his dead friend was knocking on the window going, Mark. Kun, 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 kun.
I don't remember.
Mark. Kun, kun, kun,
I remember it was freaky.
That's the
though.
sound of the window being tapped. Mate, it messed me up.
It's-
Mark. Kun, 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 kun,
I
kun.
haven't really seen that since.
You remember
since
that?
them days.
I haven't seen it.
But yeah, films. I know there's loads. Exterminator.
Exterminator.
I used to love the front cover. Like he's with a crash helmet, wasn't it?
And
And he had like a
flamethrower.
flamethrower or something. Or
No one talks about it.
you never see it. Don't,
No one
you
talks
know,
about it.
You don't see it.
All right, let's move on, man. What you got, man? What you got?
What are we going for now? Still films we're looking at, or
No, let's move on, man.
let's take it out of films for a little bit then.
Tell you what I haven't seen in a while. Mobile library.
Wow.
Still
Yeah.
have them? They used to have
Do
one
they
round-
still have them?
I don't. They've closed down so many normal libraries. I reckon they've done away with the mobile libraries.
'Cause we
In
used to
London
have,
anyway. I haven't
mobile
seen them
library.
We
again.
actually used to have one
Long
come round our way,
Hmm.
and it had the lines painted out on the road for it. It's like
Wow.
mobile library. And you
Yeah,
just pull up
they
there
used
and
to
you
have a
go on
special
and you
bay.
Only
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Only the mobile library can stop here.
can- Exactly.
Only. It's wrong not to. But you know what? When that mobile library stopped in its place, yeah, and other cars were coming down the road, the Green Cross Code man, yeah, will teach you to look left and right. You don't see him
Yeah,
no
I
Don't
more
see him
Yeah.
anymore.
because he's Darth Vader.
Yeah,
He was Darth Vader, the same
Yeah.
guy
Real.
that played the.
That is who
what
played
was his name again?
David Prowse.
David Prowse.
He played Darth Vader.
He played Darth
in
Vader
all of the Star Wars.
in all the Star Wars
original
movies.
3.
Just moved his head in his hands.
Yeah.
Right.
But he did.
He came to our school as well. I remember as the Green Cross Code Man to talk about crossing the road. And all we wanted to talk about
is Star Wars.
Is Star Wars.
Yeah. I think he got vexed.
I think he was too happy. I'm here to talk about crossing the road. Yeah. Had to do that.
Darth Vader. You really Luke's dad. Yeah. Just tell us. Who's the other one? You got a daughter too? Just tell us.
You said about the Green Cross Code Man. Do you remember as well when you were little going to the surgery and you would have had Nicotine Man?
Yes.
Do you remember
Nicotine Man? You would see posters on the wall. There'd be Superman fighting Nicotine.
That was like a cigarette butt.
Yes.
He had a top hat.
And it was always smoking.
Yes.
It was always smoking. Like,
Superman versus Nicotine Man in the dentist.
To help kids.
But you know what? My gripe with that was, why can't he fight Zod? Why is he fighting Nicotine Man? I'm not going to be smoking. This doesn't concern me. Why are you showing a 6-year-old about cigarettes? Why are you telling me about cigarettes? I'm 6.
Subliminal, man.
It's not. I'm not even thinking about cigarettes.
That's what it was.
I don't want to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Well,
but you're linked to Superman.
Well, looky now.
When you got to your teens, when you thought I do, you should have remembered Superman busting up Nicotine Man's ass, so that I ain't gonna do this. I remember what Superman said in the surgery.
I remember Nicotine Man.
He
had a cape, a beige top.
I would like
and
to
a
have one of them
Nicotine
posters now at home.
He
I'd
looked
like
sinister.
to try and find one of them posters of Nicotine Man.
Yeah, I remember. So the Green Cross Code Man you don't hear of anymore.
Tell you what, you don't get you know, like we would have, like, say Charlie Says or whatever, like adverts on the television.
Information adverts.
I
haven't seen a kids information.
Some of them are messed up. Some of them are like mini horrors.
Don't get into cars with strangers, and there were some weird ones. There were some weird ones.
But it needed to be done.
It needed to be done. It needs to hit home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you remember the one, like, don't walk on the train tracks.
Yeah. On train tracks. Yeah.
Remember the rumor of? Do you ever hear this rumor? Right. It was like 80s rumors.
New segment.
Yeah. Do you remember the rumor of there was 5 kids coming back from football practice, and one kid kept his football boots on, and they walked across the train lines, and he got his football boots caught in between the rails, and the train knocked him over. And the moral of the story is, take your damn boots off after football. Do you remember that?
Don't walk home with your boots on.
Do you remember that?
It does ring a bell. It was just like an urban myth, wasn't it? Yeah. It does ring a bell.
Yeah. But with playing outside, with being out in the wilderness, you know, we've already said about not seeing wood lice and stag beetles. But these days, when September comes, October, I'm not seeing conkers. An abundance of conkers.
Yeah.
And then I'm not seeing kids playing with conkers. But
I was going to say that. I was going to say, I saw conkers today.
I've seen a sly conker, but I remember in the 80s,
there was loads.
You would walk into the park,
and there would be
and see
thousands
of
bundles.
conkers.
You'll be kicking through them like as if it's like, you know, when you walk through leaves.
Loads of
conkers.
Be like
that deep of conkers.
I've seen the sly conker. I've seen conkers in its gremlin embryonic stage. And what I mean is, you know, it's got that big green
in its green spiky shell
under, and then they come out of it, like how the gremlins did. But I've seen that, but not just an array of conkers. Like I used to see.
I walked under a conker tree today and I ended up kicking a few, and I did think, I'd seen conkers for a while, but when you said it, I thought, no, I've definitely seen them today. But like you say, kids playing them, that I haven't seen.
I think a kid lost his eye or something.
That's some health and safety business going on there, isn't it? It's like, you know, you can't play conkers anymore.
When you mash them.
Yeah. They blow up and explode.
Yeah, but that's just...
You got to wear goggles, safety gloves on, helmet. But yeah, we used to, you know, do things to harden them back in our day. Oven them, soak them in vinegar. There was loads of things you could try and do to have your best conker. But yeah, you don't see people playing conkers. I agree with that.
And do you remember just seeing like a berry tree and just picking a berry and eating it?
Well, it's funny you should say that, right?
Do you ever do that? Just see blackberries.
Blackberries.
Do you see blackberries?
I do where I live now.
Around the corner from my work, when I'm going in the morning, I'd see this couple and they're always in the bush. Not like that, right?
That's something you don't see anymore.
But yeah, I think it's a raspberry bush or whatever, and they're in the morning and they're just picking.
Foragers, man. It's good. I like all that.
There's quite a few of them around.
Yeah.
I remember I was little, just
foraging in towns. Good.
Just on my way to check a mate. Oh, let me just eat some bush.
Yeah, eat some. Not much has changed there. It's true, man. Oh,
Yeah, but so you're outside. You're in the bushes. You're outside. What transportation are you needed, man? After ET come out, you all wanted the BMX. Okay, you might see the odd BMX thing, but
they all look the same though.
when you see they're all black with no brakes.
On chrome, with no brakes, no seats.
What the hell? And they're super small for the person.
Yeah.
But
you had different types of BMXs.
Mate, back in the day, you had BMXs to go.
Yeah.
With the pads around them.
The pads.
Yeah,
the pads. The
Remember
trick nuts.
You know what the best ones were? The Mongoose.
The Mongoose
BMX was for one.
Everybody wanted a Diamondback or a Mongoose.
Most of us just had rally burners.
Rally burners.
With the yellow mags.
Rally burners were bad. They would turn your nose up at you.
They were the back of the catalogue gift.
Yeah.
You know, when you looked at your toys and your annuals and your hamper, when you went to the bike section, you saw the Vextrex but you saw. You remember the Vextrex, the white one and the black one, the Firefox and the. Remember them bikes with the gear?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the Vextrex or Vortex?
Vortex. That's some electronic bits gates on it.
I always wanted one of those.
Mate, you don't see them no more, man.
That was like the Night Rider of bikes.
Yeah, it was a Street Hawk.
Yeah, Street Hawk.
Street Hawk got the kit of bikes.
Yeah, man. And like.
Grifters and
it was
choppers.
them. Yeah, Grifter Chopper was before. Early days. I didn't even have one. Chopper had gear.
Chopper had the big.
Yeah.
Grifter had the hand gear shift, didn't it?
Yeah. And then when BMX come on the scene, bicycle motocross.
Yeah.
Mate. But no one wanted.
Is that what it stands for? Is that what it stands for?
Isn't it?
Yeah. Bicycle motocross.
It is.
When they came on the scene, it was a new frontier.
Different,
but no one wanted the safetiness of it. No one wanted pads.
No helmet.
Even though it looked cool to have the pad
and
the
helmet.
Want that.
The open face helmet.
Yeah, he didn't want that. He just wanted the bike, man. He didn't want a basket in front of your BMX.
No. No, you got the
trick nuts, man.
Nah, you got the it's like the panel with the number on it because obviously
you just have a little
get some cable ties and tie one of them to the front.
To the front, yeah, you would. You
love them. Love them bikes,
mag wheels.
man.
Yeah.
The mag wheels.
Mag wheels.
Plastic mags.
The plastic mags, man. BMX bikes.
BMX
I never had any of them.
They changed bikes.
They changed bikes, but then along the do you remember the evolution and the discovery of mountain bikes and Muddy Fox?
Yeah, I
wanted a Muddy Fox so bad.
I saved up for the longest time for my Muddy Fox,
Mate,
they were a good mountain
wicked bike.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
I wanted a Muddy Fox so badly, man. Never got one. I mean, they were expensive. How much did you pay for your Muddy Fox back then?
It was reduced from 500 down to 3.
I was gonna say probably around 300 at least.
Yeah, I remember getting it from Moore's Brothers in Isleworth and riding all the way back to Chiswick on it. Dusting, top gear, just straight. So it must have taken me like 10 minutes.
Damn. Talking of Fox. Samantha Fox, Lucinda Lusardi.
You would see these often, every day,
page
on a certain page.
3 of the Sun.
Is it still going? I don't read the Sun, so I don't know. But is
it was banned for sexism.
It has gone, has it? It has gone.
But it's part of the Benny Hill Carry On era, isn't it? And you would turn in black and white.
It was accepted to have a
mate.
It was in colour for a little while.
Yeah, when they got colour, that was I was waiting for 3D.
That's when like the Daily Sport took over then, man.
Mate, but page 3,
page
3, because you could get away with looking at it. Because everyone read it. He said, let me look at the cartoon strip. But you quickly looked at page 3. Page 3 was a big move. But I understand why it's not there anymore.
You know the funny thing about page 3, right? Have you ever read the articles that are around it? It's mostly politics.
Yes.
You know that? It's mostly politics.
And a bit of weather and a little block.
Yeah.
Just to cheer it up. Here's a big bird with her boobs out.
Yeah. Look at her smile.
Poking her chest.
Lucy from Bracknell. But,
and these guys must have been Samantha Fox. I'm sure she was like 19 or something when she was doing all this stuff. And it seems odd now.
But that's where we first saw Jordan, Katie Price. I think she started.
Yeah, I think she might have done. Or it was one of them.
The first time I saw her was in Formula 1. She was a Formula 1 girl.
For Benson, for Jordan, yellow Benson edges.
That was the first one.
Page 3, man. Yeah, that was
page 3. You don't see that anymore.
No. That was a British thing. No other country in the world probably had that.
Talking about Sun and that, I don't really see Paper Boys anymore. paper boys still about?
I don't think so.
Nah.
Don't really see. Used to see them often in the morning. delivering
I
papers.
think people
Big
just get paid
sacks
to
and-
put stuff through your door now, isn't it? It's not a paper boy.
No, I don't.
No, I haven't seen a local newspaper shoved through my letterbox for a long time.
Yeah, something I ain't seen for a while. Or
Don't-
shops being closed on a Sunday these days. Like
Shops
paper shops.
being closed on a Sunday.
Don't see
Shops being closed half day
Half
on a
day
Wednesday.
or Wednesday or a Thursday. We used to have
Thursday,
that.
yeah.
We used to
I
have
remember that on a slide. Like I remember Shepherd's Bush Market was locked down
Yeah. So it was
half
like
a day or something.
that side of Chiswick where we were, I think the Bedford Park side, that was strictly like 3 o'clock, everything had shut.
Yeah.
On what day?
So, I think it was a Wednesday and it changed to I got a feeling it changed to a Thursday somewhere down the lines.
Yeah, so
But yeah, it was a
Acton
whole
Lane,
afternoon.
like the post office on Acton Lane and those shops, they were shut at about 12, about 3 o'clock.
About 3 o'clock, I think it was like early closing, a couple of hours early, and just weird, like. But
Yeah,
everything
never
was
open
dead,
on a
wasn't
Sunday,
it? It ended up being like a Sunday, and then
Yeah.
a Sunday was just like Christmas Day.
Sunday
was
in the 80s was gone. It was nothing.
If you needed
was
something,
open.
you was even a petrol. There weren't that many petrol stations that
it
are
was.
open.
It was like Saturday was like Christmas Eve.
It was impossible to get stuff
For a decade,
Yeah.
Saturday was like Christmas Eve. You had to get your stuff
on a Sunday.
Yeah.
on Saturday
sorry.
evening because the shops didn't even have late licenses on,
Yeah, no, they
on
didn't.
Saturday.
No.
So like Lipton's, we're gonna get to
Lipton's.
or Safeways would shut by 9.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's it.
9. They shut earlier than that.
Is it? Was it? It's earlier
I
than
swear
that?
they shut at like
Yeah.
half 5. Like
Yeah.
half 5, all
Half
shops.
5 on a Saturday?
Yeah. There was
Was
no.
it?
There was
Yeah.
no late.
Half 5,
late
6.
shopping.
damn.
Late.
Yeah, if you
9,
remember,
you're
most
mad.
high streets used to be done by 6.
7-Eleven was the only place you
Yeah.
could get to.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
All shops were
Yeah, all
done by like 5:30, 6
Yeah,
o'clock.
But
Yeah,
Sunday
max.
was a ghost town.
And then it started getting, a few were going to stay up until 6,
Like,
7 o'clock.
On
Like,
Sunday, the corner shops are open till 12, innit?
Yes,
yeah.
you had to get there.
You get a newspaper,
Yeah.
a couple of bits, and then corner
Get
shops
news
shut
of the
at 12.
world
Yeah.
Quickly before they shut.
Yeah, yes. I remember
mad.
that.
Now it's like 24 hours.
But
most
with that,
places.
but you know, I know shops weren't open, but that did bring family together.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you were
definitely.
all in, and you'd have your Sunday dinner and watch Weekend World and the
Yeah.
Smurfs and what else was on TV on the Songs of Praise, Last Summer Wine, whatever. And that would be a Sunday. You knew that was the time. Do you know what I mean? But being a kid and it was a hot day, you wanted to go out. That was a shame because your local corner shop weren't open no more. You know, you said the shop shut at 12.
Couldn't get your ice pole.
So you couldn't get your ice pole, you couldn't get your penny sweets. It was a dead day on Sunday as a kid, and it's holidays. If they ain't got school next day, but it's holidays, you're like, what's going on? I need to go Toy Cave. is this?
Everything
but
shut.
shops closing on Sundays. People of this generation will never know about that, man. It was, hey mate, it was a drought. It was a drought. You know, you couldn't spend your pound notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your pound note,
note,
you couldn't,
man.
You couldn't spend your pound note. You don't see that anymore.
I loved pound
I
notes.
like pound notes.
You felt flush.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
tenner in pound notes was wicked.
Exactly.
You felt alright then. It's a bit of cash.
You remember
like.
hearing the announcement that pound notes
notes
are
are gonna
going? You
go
was like,
in.
oh my god,
Yeah.
my world's
That's
gonna
our-
crumble.
That's like our note. Like that's the only one
Yeah.
that we can
Yeah,
use.
dude.
I have to
True.
hold these heavy
never gonna get a
klingly things in my
20.
pocket now. Well, I didn't.
I didn't like the pound coin when it came because it was really small as well. Maybe if it was
Yeah.
like some big thing and all right, yeah, that looks like it's worth £1, but a little tiny coin replacing a nice pound note. I liked our old money, the way it was, the old 10, 20,
Half
50,
pennies.
half
Half
p's.
pennies, man.
Yeah.
Let's see them. The old 5p's that were
Old
bigger than the ones
5p.
now.
Yeah.
You could buy a sweet for half p.
Mojos.
This is
Two,
what
two
you don't
Mojos
see.
for 1p,
two-
man.
yeah, this is what you don't see anymore. Penny sweets that are a penny. Don't see them anymore.
Yeah, they're not a penny, are
They're
they?
not a penny. 10p,
Yeah.
4p,
Nothing.
3p. It's
What
not
can
a penny.
you buy for a penny?
You can buy quite a bit in our day.
What can you buy
Like you say,
now?
you could get
for a
two
penny?
things
Does
for a
the
penny.
penny do anything
Nothing.
today?
You
Nothing.
can get quite a bit. 2 pennies.
You get exactly. You
Could you
get
do
two,
anything?
quite a bit.
Like,
That's
yeah,
quite
yeah.
a bit.
Look, with 2p you can get 4 Mojos.
4 Mojos. Yeah.
That's 4 sweets, man.
That's quite a bit.
Imagine you got 10p and you buy Mojos.
You're all right
You
there.
got 20 Mojos, man.
That's like having 10 £1 notes.
Mate, yeah, pound notes were
I love
were a
pound notes.
thing, and you know, you spend your good earned money on things like pennies were good for bubblegum machines, man.
You don't see them.
You don't see them
Yeah,
anymore.
it's true.
machines.
All you see is them things like the big egg-looking things
Yeah, I
with a
don't
toy
like them,
inside
the
that
toy
are
in
in
it.
stores,
Yeah.
but I want the grimy ones outside a
Yeah,
shop or a
we-
chip
Do you
shop.
remember the
two
charity
bubblegums. It's
The
what I
little
was gonna
blind
say.
boy charity
Yes.
thing.
I was going to say the girl with leg calipers. When you're coming out of that shop, you don't see that girl with the leg calipers with the hole in her head. You put the money in it, collecting money. You don't see that. Or the guide dog one.
true.
You don't see them
You don't
anymore.
see that. You don't see that.
I don't know where they're gone.
Along with
and that little boy and girl was everywhere.
along with
Along
penny
with
for the guy.
Yeah.
that you don't
Penny
see
for
anymore.
the
Because
guy.
they say it's
It's too
begging.
it's just too
But
dangerous these
It's,
days.
but it's part of tradition. You're just doing.
Exactly.
It's tradition.
Tradition, yeah.
Penny for the
You're
guy.
just saying penny for the guy.
Yeah.
Just so you
Yeah.
can buy some
Yeah.
fireworks.
Any
innit?
of you guys do penny for the guy?
Yeah, to buy fireworks.
I
Yeah.
do.
I've
We used to
done-
do it outside
I've
the
done penny on the slide.
We done it
man.
outside
It's-
the Sainsbury's in
Yeah,
Chiswick,
yeah,
man. So we
yeah,
knew
yeah.
that everyone was going to go in and out of there. And I can remember that I had enough money to go from there to the sports shop that was just a bit further down the road, and I bought
Square
a
deal.
Wilson American football. Yeah, that
You
must
got
have
a
been,
lot of pennies for that,
yeah,
guy.
it must have been about 20, 30 quid or something. But yeah, I remember and enough
Wow.
money
So
outside
you
that.
didn't
Sainsbury's.
actually get fireworks.
No, I wanted American football, so I remember buying this Wilson. I wanted it for ages.
Oh, you done that.
If you'd have heard one of our other podcasts, we mentioned this sports shop because it was the one that had the M16.
Yeah, Square Deal Sports.
Square Deal
Deal.
Sports had the M16 air rifle.
And high-tech trainers.
Loads of high tech trainers. Trainer selection weren't great. Yeah, it's in the trainers podcast we talk about
It's
it.
been
Yeah.
a trainers podcast, isn't it? Yeah. You know, and what I was saying, if you listen to our podcast, I want to big up all the people around the world
Yeah.
listening to us. Thank you so much,
Everywhere,
man. Like,
yeah.
you know,
Of course,
we
everyone
just
in
want
the
to get on the
UK.
mic and have some fun. So everybody in the UK, everybody out in the States,
US, Spain,
Spain, the Caribbean, Australia. Oh,
all over.
all over, man. Thank you so much, guys. That's big. So yes, we just want to thank everyone, man. But we're off now. But there's going to be a part 2.
We got more to talk about.
There's
on
so
this.
much to talk about.
There's loads more stuff we don't
There's loads
see.
more stuff. There's loads more stuff. So you know, you've heard part 1. Make sure you tune in next time for things you don't see anymore. Part 2. I'm Mr. Lucas. I'm out.
Chris,
I'm Stax.
till next time.
Peace.
Those were the days I remember.